Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to Placement Pulse, your one-stop destination to learn from the real journeys of preschool students across India. We started Placement Pulse because we have lived the exact struggles you are facing today. Sleepless nights before interviews, endless GD practice, and the constant search for the right guidance. Keeping up with that mission, today we have with us someone truly inspiring, Vaibhav. He cracked MHCET, made it to JBIMS, the dream college of many, and now in his second year. Vaibhav, thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you on Placement Pulse. Before we dive into your journey, why don't you introduce yourself briefly to our audience?
Yeah, sure. So, hi Shika. Hi everybody. So, if I may sort of introduce myself, I first would like to talk about my undergraduation, which I did in computer science from University of Delhi from ARSD College. And during that time and after it as well, I was preparing for the selection process, which is Services Selection Board, which is meant for joining the army. And so why I'm particularly talking about it, it is just because of the reason that this particular selection process, it helped me over a period of time in my preparation for these examinations, for my preparation for the JDPI of JPIMS, and post that
Mm,
also for my summer internship as well. I after a certain point of time, I then realized that I should give a try to something else, and that's when I started giving like these examinations like Maharashtra CAT, and I fortunately scored sufficiently to get a GDPI called for MHRD course, and I got this GDPI in which again I fortunately got through. I joined JBIMS MHRD, and post that I did my summer internship at AB InBev, and I did live project at Kotak Education Foundation, and I'm currently doing one more which is at Mahindra Techo. So yes, this journey has been pretty amazing for me.
yeah. Okay, so coming to your interview stage, like what kind of preparation did you done for this poster interview and GD round and what? Can you tell?
Yeah. So for JBIMS, MHRT, the selection processes, it includes VAT, which is written ability test.
Hmm.
It has GDs and it has one PI. So for written ability test, so I won't be able to talk about the particular topics or like
Yeah.
what was particularly asked to
Hmm.
me, but like to sort of generalize it, in VAT you have like certain topics which you are supposed to write on, and you are
Hmm.
given a time frame, like a time frame of 10 minutes, and these topics can be related to like probably current affairs, and it can also be as general topics as just simply asking that why do you want to join JBMS
Hmm.
MHRD, and then post that you have a JD where there is a group of about 10 people. You are given some a 10 to 15 minutes. Again, this JD is also quite typical one where the topics are more or less same as all the other JDs which happen in
Hmm.
other B schools. So again, like in the GDs, you are like I have like what I feel that in those GDs you are probably assessed on your communication skills, your knowledge
Hmm.
about that particular topic, and how you interact with those people who are in that particular GD. And then finally, you have the PI. PI is so much focused on your CV. It is so much focused on your understanding about the function that you want to do as a specialization in your MBA. In my case, that particular function was HR, and you are also assessed on the basis of the knowledge which you have gained in your undergraduation. So since I
Oh.
did my undergraduation in
Hmm.
computer science, I had a number of things being asked related to computer science as well. So, yeah.
Okay, so like for GDs, were you preparing for some current affairs? Like what kind of topics are given for GDs? Can you tell?
Yeah, so current affairs are something like which you really have to keep preparing. There are like so many platforms related to management, like
Hmm. Hmm.
there are platforms like platforms which are related to Harvard. Like there are a number of case studies that they talk about. You can simply also
Hmm.
read certain trends which are happening, maybe in politics, maybe in like society, or
True.
maybe in sports or something else. And apart from this, like what I used to do, that I had this group where we were like some friends and we used to do GDs in it. I didn't go through
Hmm.
a proper coaching or something. So since I was preparing for that selection process, the Services Selection Board. So there you have a number of GDs. So I was already preparing for it at one point of time. And on certain websites, you will also get
Hmm.
those typical topics which are generally asked in the GDs
Yeah.
of BSc. So
Okay.
you just keep like those particular topics as the topic for the GD and practice it among your friends. So that's how like I used to do it. We used to have like online meets where we used to practice it. So current affairs, like they are the most important thing for any other GD. There can also be certain abstract like related topics as well.
Hmm.
That blue is like
Yeah.
why blue and not red, right?
Hmm.
So then you again have to like sort of delve deep into the idea of it, probably come up with a subjective POV or something. But at the end, it's all about how you like how well you interact in a particular group setting, and then what kind of value you can really add to that particular GD which is happening. Yeah.
So can you tell me like what are the do's and don'ts for GD? Like when to talk and when to not? Like
Yes, so for GD, we tend to think that if we speak more, then there are more chances of us getting selected. But it's like it has more to do with like what impact are you really creating while being in that
hmm.
group setting.
Hmm.
Like there can be a situation that your group is totally like sort of getting diverted from that particular topic. If you are
Yeah.
somebody who can really observe it and sort of give a statement which can again bring your team towards the same track which your
Hmm.
team is supposed to talk on, then then such things they really create a very strong impact. Number one. Number two, your functional knowledge, or not the
Hmm.
functional knowledge, but your knowledge related to that particular topic. It is something
Yeah.
that can again help you stand out. But again,
Hmm.
like you won't be able to read about each and every topic. So like while you are preparing, so
Hmm.
so again you have to play situationally. So if there is somebody who is talking about
Hmm.
a certain topic, you really have to observe those people who have fair understanding about those topics, you know. So while the GD is going on, you can fairly observe it, and based on what they are saying, you can again have
Hmm.
your own POV. Bring your POV, like make up like sort of present yourself with such a
Hmm.
POV that that sort of create an impact which is unique, which is well thought of,
Hmm.
and which can be backed by certain reasoning. So I
Okay.
followed a framework which is assertion, reasoning, and
Hmm.
then example, ARE. You know, so when you are making a
Okay.
statement,
Hmm.
so make that statement, come up with a reasoning that why you made that statement, and then come up with an example. Maybe you might have
Hmm.
read like related to like that particular statement, you might have read somewhere, like probably in a newspaper or somewhere, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
and then you really have to come up with that. So such framework can really confine you.
Hmm.
It will certainly help you to sort of not speak more than enough, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
which I am doing right now.
It's okay, like, but that was actually cool. Like you told us about your GD interviews and that. So now coming to your B school journey, like how was your first year, the events, the clubs, committees, and the academics? Can you tell?
Yeah, so in JB, like my first semester, and especially the initial part of the first
Yeah.
semester was pretty hectic because we had our induction, then we were supposed to prepare for the
Hmm.
summer internship, and then all of a sudden there were so many subjects, 10 plus
Hmm.
subjects which were not just related to HR, but
Hmm.
they included like operations, supply chain, marketing, like these like and even finance, and like, these were those subjects which I hardly had any idea about earlier. So yes, like first semester is pretty
Hmm.
diverse. There are so many expectations that you have from the college in terms of summer internship and all. And you just so like in my case, the first semester was pretty hectic, but I focused more on like
Hmm.
sort of improving my functional knowledge because we all have our
Hmm.
summer internship starting from April. So it's better. Like
Hmm.
since you are coming from a college, right? You are coming from a college and you are joining an organization. So there is a general understanding that people in that particular organization they may think that you are a student right now. So you are
Yeah.
somebody who is studying. So if somebody who
Hmm.
is studying in a college like JBIMS, if you have good functional knowledge, theoretical knowledge, if you can
Hmm.
really add value while you are doing the project, So
Yeah.
then this is something that can really sort of help you to stand out in your summer internship as well. So I had this this one particular thought that I am a student
Yeah.
and I am studying in a college, though I'm going to be in an organization more or less like a professional, but I really
Hmm.
have to remain attached with the roots of being a student. So I really
Yeah.
have to give, like, I really have to have a very strong understanding of those theories, you know.
Hmm.
So I sort of picked certain subjects from human resource management, and they really helped me in my summer internship. So that's how I prepared for it.
Okay. Okay. So like your interviews were actually because of the base you have made in your first year of JBIMS, right? Like, or
Interview
you
for
have
the summer
done,
internship.
yeah, yeah. Like you have done something else apart from your academics or like some course or anything else.
Yeah. So I when I was giving my summer internship interview,
Hmm.
at that time I was
Hmm.
hardly like for a month or two in this college, and I
Yeah.
hardly had
Yeah.
studied core functional
Yeah.
HR. So
Hmm. Hmm.
basically, in the summer internship interview, they already have this understanding that you are somebody who is from a college and somebody who
Hmm.
may not have certain experience in this particular domain.
Yeah.
So they're not very hard on
Hmm.
you know. So, but for your finals, they really ask so many things, like which my seniors told me.
Yeah.
Um, but when you go for your summer internship, they do judge you on the basis of the knowledge that you have in that particular topic, because you have already been in a certain college for more than 6 months. Now you should
Hmm.
add some value to that particular problem statement. So I didn't study specifically
Hmm.
anything for the summer internship process, but yes,
Yeah.
ideally what you should study is to study about the company,
Hmm.
like what are the values, like, and what are the principles of that company, like what are
Hmm.
those things that
Hmm.
this company really stand for. Why I'm specifically saying this, because when you are giving a certain interview for your summer internship, those companies, since you hardly have any core functional knowledge, these
Hmm.
people, they tend to judge you on the basis of your culture fit and your job fit. Will you be able to bring this problem statement to a conclusion or not?
Hmm.
So they tend to think if you are going to be a good culture fit or not. So you need to have a fair understanding about the organization, how that organization
Hmm.
functions, like how money comes in and how it really goes out.
Hmm.
How do they really make profit? Like what are their what are their products, you know? And then finally, you
Hmm.
need to have good functional knowledge as well, because at the end you are aspiring to become that
Yeah.
aspiring to sort of take that role, you know. So if you have like fair functional knowledge, then it really helps out.
That's really insightful. But now talking about the gap years, like many students are really afraid of their gap years due to some CAT preparation or some kind of government examination. So, do you think that it really does make a difference or not?
Yeah, if you are coming with certain gap years, so I took gap years for these examinations, CDS,
Mm.
AFCAT, and all,
Hmm.
which are meant for joining the army
Hmm.
and air force, and I couldn't
Hmm.
get through it. So yes, like during even the selection process of JBIMS MHRD, they were asking me a number of things
Hmm.
related to why I'm now switching. I failed at something and now I'm
Hmm.
coming to something, you know, which is hardly like very closely related.
Yeah.
You know, so like even in your summer internship interviews as well, they can ask such things, and
Yeah.
even in the final placements too. Your shortlisting for such things, like shortlisting for your summer internship and all, it can be
Yeah.
dependent on these things. But
Hmm.
you know, uh,
Yeah.
the point is it's all about the functional, the functional understanding which you have.
Hmm.
If so, even if you have a not so good or
Hmm.
a not so good profile, which
Hmm.
a typical MBA profile, it really looks like 999 and then no gap years and then
Hmm.
consistently doing well.
Hmm.
There are still chances that you
Hmm.
can do well, you know. And I would say that
Okay.
there are still very huge chances that you can do well, because you have already gone through certain processes, you have already sort of
Hmm.
understood yourself, and you have
Hmm.
already you already have a fair understanding of what really sort of works out for you and what not. So in my case, like those gap years, they really sort of helped me out in my selection processes
Yeah.
for the summer internship, and even in my summer even
Hmm.
in my summer internship like during these 2 months as well.
Yeah.
So if you have gap
So,
years, make sure that
hmm,
you have good functional knowledge. Focus on it. Like probably
yeah. Hmm,
if your specialization is finance or marketing or something, make sure that your
hmm,
functional knowledge is strong. In addition to it,
hmm,
like since we have a gap years, so we like in our CV we don't really have a number of things which are related to what we are doing in the college. So in my
hmm,
CV, I didn't have a number of things which are related to HR. I did, though I did two internships in HR. So what I did that when I joined
hmm,
college, I started doing self projects. So as you
hmm,
study that particular like that subject, so you come across certain problem statements in that particular function, yeah, and then you start
hmm,
solving it on your own. You may submit that particular project to a professor who is also teaching the same subject. So once
hmm,
the same project is also verified, you can also simply like put the same project in your CV.
yeah.
That's what generally computer science students they do it. They keep on doing projects on their own. They
Hmm,
and they simply put the same project in their CV. I also did the same.
hmm,
I did two projects on my own, which later on it helped me out in certain selection processes for the life projects especially.
hmm, hmm,
So if you want to build your profile, if you have gap years or something, you can simply do it. If your college is not something which give you a lot of liberty
yeah.
to do life projects and
Hmm,
group work.
hmm, hmm. Okay. So now coming to the last thing, like what is the one advice you want to give the coming CAT givers or coming students who are aiming for JBIMS?
So one advice, like I came here with with gap years. I gave so many attempts
Yeah.
for my planning.
Hmm.
I gave 16 attempts for it, but I couldn't
Hmm.
get through in it. So I came
Okay.
here with like not a lot of expectations.
Hmm.
Uh, but one thing that I would say that people tend to think that if they're in a good college, then they're not like they are probably in a very comfortable space. But that like
Hmm.
I feel that this is not how it really goes. Like if you have
Hmm.
gotten a good college, please move on now and now focus
Hmm.
on like what is the most important thing for yourself. Even if you
Yeah.
are preparing for a certain examination, it is really important to always show up each and every day
Hmm.
to keep on
Hmm.
tracking your progress. Keep on giving the mock tests, you know.
Yeah.
And if you have reached a certain state where you have started
Hmm.
scoring good marks in your mock test or something,
Hmm.
uh, please move on from there and keep sort of repeating the same thing again and again,
Yeah.
because the main examination that has not been cleared yet, the main objective has not been
Hmm.
met. So I would only say,
Yeah.
like, even if you have a not so good profile, just keep doing it till the
Hmm.
time you really achieve it.
Hmm.
So this may sound like very cliche, but it really works out. Yeah, like at least for me.
Yeah, that was actually a fantastic advice, Vaibhav. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing your journey from cracking CET to making it to JBIMS. I'm sure our viewers will take away a lot of practical insights from your experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
To
much,
all our
Shida, for having
viewers,
me.
yeah, thank you so much. To all our viewers, if you find this session useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Placement First for more inspiring journeys like this. See you in the next video. Thank you.